Welcome to Boulevard TV. Today I'm here again with Tara Swarren from Wolseley and Appliances, or Wolseley Plumbing.
Studio.
Wolseley Studio. You guys just recently went through a bit of a name change.
We did, yes. About 2 years ago, we were Kitchen and Bath Classics, and we're known across Canada as Kitchen and Bath, but a few of our locations are now changing to the Studio. And you'll start to see that across BC and Midwest as we start to change and renovate a lot of our showrooms.
And we're sitting in your studio.
We're in the Kelowna studio.
In the Kelowna studio, which you opened.
Yes.
And that's the second location you opened, because you opened up another one before, right?
We had one over on Hunter, and now we're on Lucky Place.
Yeah.
And we've been in this location for 7 years now.
You're kidding. It's been 7 years.
7 years, yeah.
This is how long we know each other.
I know.
Oh my God.
I think longer.
And we're still friends. Who knew?
We're still friends, yeah.
After all this. Well, we did have a bit of a fallout for a minute.
Yeah.
Because
I wanted to be on the front page.
you wanted to be on the cover, and you wanted to... And it didn't happen.
And
you got the magazine. I made you cry.
I think I got some good gifts out of it.
I remember that. That was the best time, but I love it. You've been an incredible person. You are, beside my wife, you are one of the happiest people I know. You always smile, you always laugh. You and I, we have
good banter.
Crazy laughs at times. And I don't know what it is, but like all of a sudden, like we just sit down and shit hit the fan. And we just laugh. Next thing you know, we say all kinds of stuff you shouldn't say.
I know.
But you've been with this company for
18 years.
Wow.
Yes. I've had many roles.
Yes. So you were my very first person I interviewed.
Oh wow.
And what did we call you? The Queen of Plumbing. Now we even looking. What the fuck were we thinking?
I don't know what I call myself now.
What do you call yourself?
Well, now I'm an area showroom manager for the interior, but I've just been in the industry a long time, and I enjoy it. I enjoy what I do. I love the trends that come in. I love seeing new statement pieces come in, and I like to be very creative and help people design their homes.
Well, what's fascinating, before we started getting into this, you get a phone call. Some guy here calls you about something. You're extremely knowledgeable after all these years. Like, I don't even know what you were talking about. Like, some product, but what did he want it? Like, what kind of appliance or faucet he was using, or whatever?
Oh, I can't remember.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm older now.
It happened just now. No, but you guys add a lot of products to your repertoire here. You now have lighting everywhere.
Yes, yeah. 7 years for us in lighting, and we have a lot of vendors that we supply. Right now, as we speak, it's the lighting design show in Dallas, and generally every June and July we start to bring in new pieces and sell off some older ones.
So, what is your favorite? Are you allowed to be like?
I can't be very biased. We do love our show and back at the back grid there. It's just elegant pieces. They're very high-end luxury pieces, but I think I like anything that has gold, black, or a little sparkle in it.
It reflects even your dress code.
Like the finishes of the plumbing world.
So before we were walking around here, before we shot, and we walked around, it's like, oh, Mario, then this faucet Taylor Swift owns. And I'm like, how do you know that? And you show me a picture of her with one of the faucets. And you, what is it?
So the company's called Waterstone, and they developed their line in 1999. And it was actually a couple that were from the States in California, and her husband was just retiring out of the Marines, and he had a huge nautical background, and he decided that he wanted to own a plumbing supply store where they brought in their nautical design, all brass crafted, so everything's very heavy. Like even the spout to your kitchen is all brass. So you don't find that a lot because everything
made
is
to last.
Plastic. Yes. So very high-end, beautiful pieces, and yes, Taylor Swift has one of them. She has a traditional style of one of our tallest faucets, and it's in her New York condo. So they are, I'd have to say, you'd have to like seek out that line, because it's not very well known yet in Canada, but it's really starting to become well known through the designers, because it's quality.
And it's made to last.
Made to last, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is made to last. Is something like, as I'm looking around out here, like most of the companies you represent, like I'm looking at Victoria Albert, Baril, Brizo, Delta, House of Roll, Goro. There's actually
Rubenet.
There's a lot of German companies like Kohler. I think Kohler, yes. There you go. And you just recently went to the town of Kohler.
I went to the town of Kohler the first week of December in 2024, and
I had no idea that they own a town.
Yes.
Or that they are, I guess.
Yes, so back in 1918, John Michael Kohler he came to, it was Wisconsin, and Sheboygan, and he married a woman named Lily, and her father gave him some land. He put a barn on there, and he developed the first horse and plow. And after a few burns of some buildings, he decided to get out of the horse and plow, and he said, I'm going to get into plumbing. So the dynasty of the family and the history of Kohler was super amazing. I think it's a wonderful experience to go down there, to learn so much about the background of how Kohler became. It's absolutely unreal. You go through the Kohler Design Center, you go through their Museum of Artifacts, and it's every shade of Kohler that you have seen from the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, all the designs, all the colors that have been and now are coming back in the pastels. You see designers that are designing like these vessels that we see behind us. They sit there and hand design them, and it was absolutely just amazing, because I would have thought that was just 3D'd, printed, and then through a kiln, but they hand do it.
Wow. You know, when you shared that story with me previously, it reminded me a little bit of, in Germany we have BMW, where we have a couple of other companies where families for generation worked for them. And so the company is not just producing, is there to make money. They're supporting families, and they built an entire culture around it.
Yes, the whole town of Kohler is surrounded by people that have been grandchildren, they're still grandfathers, there's parents, they're all worked for Kohler. The fire department's Kohler Elementary. There's a mall behind the hotel, which is called the American Club. They have 2 PGA golf courses behind there. He's got a wildlife preserve where you can do tactical shooting. And then just around the corner, you drive, as you pass the 3 factories, you just go down the road, and then you're in the art museum, and the historian there, her grandparents started with Kohler a long time ago. So she was very, very educated in the whole line of Kohler. Like, you could ask her anything and she knew it all, right from 1918.
And you stayed in a haunted house there.
I stayed in a haunted hotel. It was called the American Club.
Oh my God.
So it's one of the, it's a luxury hotel, and it was started to be built in 1918, and by 1819, I think it was. So what they did was they developed it on the land across from the factories, and then brought the immigrants in. So everyone from like Holland, England, Germany, and it was his idea to bring in immigrants, look after them, give them a very good life. It wasn't about just bringing workers over and working in factories. It was about caring for them, giving them a nice life, eventually bringing females, males over, creating families so that they would build the wartime and all the little kind of what they call birdhouses behind the hostel. And basically every day they would walk from their hostel over the street, and they would go into the factories, and there was a brass factory, there was a cast iron factory, and there's a porcelain factory. And this hostel housed them. It had a bowling alley.
Wow.
It had a courtyard where they played and, you know, hung out, and guys did soccer. And it was $27.50 a month.
A month?
Yes. And that included 3 meals a day. And as the years and generations of the Kohler grandchildren took over, Herb Kohler wanted to turn this, kind of was turning into like a vacant building. He wanted to turn it into a hotel. And they said, no way, this is not going to work. And he did. And it became a very prestigious luxury hotel. But if you read about the American Club, the East Wing, they say, is haunted. There's a few stories that are lingering around of Room 209. There's a Hollywood actress called Mary Pickford that they say is seen throughout the hallways wearing a white gown. And one of the lobby attendants there, that we were there one night, he said that he hadn't ever seen her, but one of his associates did. And she likes to sit in the living room across from the fire. And one of the guys that I was with on our tour, there was a group of 19 of us, and he saw a little girl in a pink jacket and a pink tam in the elevator. And then I had a massage on the Tuesday. They have a luxurious spa there. So I was having a massage, and my masseuse said, oh, have you seen the angry ghost in the parquet? And I was like, no. And I guess in the guest book, a lot of people have written about this angry guy, checkered shirt, little knickers, tam on, and he doesn't leave the parquet. So
he just walks around
and yells. Just walks around, maybe yelling.
And he's angry?
Yeah, he's angry.
Sounds German.
I know. So, beautiful hotel. The rooms are stunning. Every piece of furniture, it has history behind it. And I didn't see anything, but there's a lot of activity in that hotel. And a couple weeks ago, I was at a Christmas party where someone was starting to talk about this show, The American Horror Story. And I said, oh yeah, I was just in a hotel called the American Club down in Wisconsin. He said, that was just on the show. And he said, they talked about the stories about being haunted in that hotel. And I said, I was just there a couple weeks ago.
And didn't you have a little experience too?
Well, I feel like the first night, I didn't know anything about this hotel, but the first night I was laying in my bed, it was about 11 o'clock. We had a busy itinerary, but I heard this kind of like a swoosh at the end of my bed, and I didn't think any of that, something fell off my bed. But, I mean, who knows, maybe
some ghost sneaked in there.
I know, maybe, but
like
my
what?
room was called Lou Gehrig, so maybe he was
Luke?
there. Yes.
That creepy pervert. He did it again.
Every room had a famous person's name of people that have stayed in this hotel. And there was like Amelia Earhart, Mary Pickford was the actress, I had Lou. It was pretty cool. It was a fascinating experience. Beautiful hotel. They are going to renovate it next year, so maybe that might upset a few little see-through spirits running around, but who knows?
Yeah. This is exactly what I meant.
Yeah.
What you know and how much you know and how passionate you're about. This is unbelievable. Like ironically, then you don't remember what the guy just early on called, but you remember this whole story.
I was prepping for this.
Very well. But you guys also not just sell lighting and plumbing and fixtures, furniture. You sell furniture.
Yes, we're starting to sell furniture. Previously, we have a lighting company, and they've now taken on some furniture pieces. So coffee tables, end tables.
Are you going to have them here too?
I think shortly. We've started to order them, I think, personally, just to see
what they feel like.
But we also have vanities. So we do sell anywhere from your modular to your furniture piece of vanities for all your bathrooms. But yeah.
I feel like you guys have to expand even the 20,000 square foot you have here to even get more, and so you become
so, yeah.
quite more diversified. Eh?
Yes. I think if not a lot of people know about the history of Wolseley, but our sister company is called Ferguson in the States, and they're one of the largest. And they're very deep-rooted in our Wolseley Canadian company. And more as we start to see the progression of their influence in us, we're open up to way more lines. You know, you could go into the States and Ferguson's like Starbucks are on every block. So
really?
I think with their ideas and their philosophies and all the procedures that they do down the States, we're going to start to see a lot of that in Canada.
Are they going to change the name then too?
I don't know yet.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Because
I like the studio. It's trendy.
Wolseley has been here for, Wolseley's been around for, I read 1887, 1891 or something like that.
Yeah.
That's a long, and
a long time.
And it started out as a sheep. Hold on, I made myself a note on that one. It was a Wolseley, sheep shearing machine company. That's how it started out.
Yes, yeah.
And then the First World War just put a little bit of a dent in that one. That's unbelievable.
I know. Yeah, there's a deep history with them as well.
That's unbelievable.
I know.
And you've been here 18 years shaping
18 years.
18 years.
Yeah, age you like a fine wine.
So where do you, like you've been, I think you're going to go like till retirement here because this has been a great company for you.
Yes.
You love the
if that's
company.
on camera, yes.
Yes, put that
Just
out
in
there.
case, yeah, I love it.
But every time we talk about it, and when we first met, there was not a single time you spoke any ill will. And sometimes we feel about our, employees, you make certain comments here or there. This company has been really good to all of their employees because they encourage everybody to thrive.
Yes, yeah. There's a lot of associates that I work with, a lot of longevity in their careers here, and the company offers a lot of opportunities to change in roles. Like I started in Vancouver in 2007. I started as a consultant, and we had a great studio down there. It was on 7th and Yukon. It's no longer there, but within a year I was like, I gotta get back to the Okanagan. And so when I started here, I was a consultant, and the next thing I was like, you gotta make me a showroom manager. And then after that I was like, I'm going to become the branch manager. So I did. I took the role of branch manager, and then just recently, about a year and a half ago, I was like, I'm going back to the showroom. So and that's where I got the area showroom manager.
And you know so many people. Like when I'm on the island with Cheryl, like Cheryl knows you. You guys talk. The girl in Kamloops. You guys have good conversations. Vernon, like you've like. Everybody knows Tara. I went to Calgary. People talk about you. I don't know what it is all about.
It's the industry. It's a small industry, and you know a lot of people. And as 8 through 18 years, you go through a lot of meetings and events and stuff. And just put your mark on things and get to know people and build relationships.
So, do you guys mostly work with builders or with private homes? Like
all of it. We're open to the public. We work with builders, designers, plumbers. Our door's always open. Our hours here are 7:30 to 4. Kind of a little bit off the beaten track, off the main street, but we're classified as a destination. And when you're building or renovating your home, it's not like going to your Home Depots and your Ronas. You want to come here for the experience, put things together, see how lights can be incorporated into your bath space, your kitchen space. Yeah, we've got everything. If you're just doing a reno.
This is actually the first time that we're shooting with Jake here. Where we don't need lighting because
I know we got so much of it.
So much lighting.
I know.
Every corner we walked in, it was like, hey, come here, this works.
Every grid has pieces, and then we try to kind of, show. So if you're into the golds and the whites, we've got a lot of the black. This is all your LED and tech line. You get into your sparkles, get into your bling. All our vanity lights over here, bath bars.
And then actually, you had a party. Like a little open house where everybody comes.
October. Yep.
And you guys even have wall panels?
Yes.
For the bathroom?
Yes, you can renovate. If someone can, we've gone through the economy where it's been unattainable at this time, like with our mortgage rates and stuff like that. So to just easily renovate your walls, if you want to just put on, acrylic or like a a fiberglass type of wall. Now they look like tile. So there's easy ways to get a facelift in your bathroom. You know, even if you just change out a faucet or you change out just the vanity lights, just help, you know, get started and get that renovation going. But yeah, there's lots of easy things that you can do at home. You don't always need the contractor, but it's nice, you know, if you want to take on a renovation, call a contractor.
And you guys consult, like you help people.
We try,
to walk,
yeah. We're not,
you know,
we're not, you know, architects or anything like that. But you know, we've been in the industry a long time. We have a lot of knowledgeable staff, and you know, we know the trends and what's coming in, and we see through designers what their eye is, and it just helps us when we're speaking to the public.
But there's so many times when I come in, I always learn something else, and I didn't even know back when you had that event that you do that too. So as your company grows, and you're adding furniture, and I'm actually intrigued. I want to see what that furniture look like. What's the company called?
Can-Arm. They're called Can-Arm Lighting, but they have lighting. So and then there's furniture vanity lines. So we are actually exclusive to Medeli Furniture, which is vanities.
Yeah, and they're from where?
They're from the States in Florida, and so one of our reps is the exclusive for Canada. And I said, I want that in here because when you go to all these different showrooms, everybody has very similar lines. And I just wanted something that
it's different,
is just exclusive to us, that we can have, that's luxurious, built well, solid wood construction, within trend. And so we took on Medeli USA, and they have everything from your countertops to your solid wood construction, furniture pieces. Everything's modern. You have wall mounts, furniture pieces, as well as your LED lighting. They've got cabinets, LED mirrors. It's great.
They make everything themselves?
They do, yeah. Everything is manufactured there, and they send it up.
That's awesome. Well, if we become the 51 states,
I know, yeah.
we don't even have we just ship it.
Well, if we've got, yeah, gosh, kudos. I know. Let's see what the
it always
dollar
changes.
does.
Let's see what this year will bring at the end of the day.
Gosh.
50, it's Florida, just another province.
I know.
Bring it up.
I know. Yeah, and that same rep also reps a line that we have called Laufen. Laufen is from the States as well, and they're beautiful.
They've got a beautiful. You know that is German.
German. There
you go. What does it mean?
I don't know.
Well, you know it.
Tell me.
Running. It's running.
Oh, really?
Laufen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they're running.
That is a very weird. What do they do?
Isn't that interesting?
So they do furniture?
They are vanity and toilets.
Toilets.
Yep. Wall hung toilets.
There is now that's a topic
toilets.
Because we have toilets here, and there are times you and I we stand around and we talk, and all of a sudden,
and then we'll sit on one.
Something is like you have high technology toilet seats here.
Yes. So on the floor here, you'll have your toilets, and then you have smart toilets. And
do they do anything different than the old one does?
They're just a lot smarter. What they'll do is they open and close for you. They have deodorizers. They blow dry. They shoot water. And the one behind us, the Kohler Numi, actually plays music.
God, this is like you sit on the toilet with a happy ending.
I know this one's all lit up and plays music. You can add podcasts to it and stuff. But basically, remember when we ran out of toilet paper a couple years ago?
Yes.
Why wouldn't you put a bidet seat or get a smart toilet?
Wow.
I know.
Now the music, you can have a whole orchestra while you're...
Yes, I know. Toto started that back in Japan, but they never brought it to Canada. We never had like the podcast and the music. Kohler does have that with their Numi, but regardless if it's a Kohler, a Toto, you've got American Standard, you've got Laufen,
self-cleaning.
All these toilets. Yep.
Well, I found actually there's a restaurant here in town. What was it called? That I went to, Erica Jane, and they have one of those multi-functioning toilets with smart toilets, press buttons and light and swish and cleaning. It is fascinating. Freaks me out, I gotta say. But
Why were you freaked out about?
Because
you
there's so many
buttons. You don't have to do
anything. I don't know what shoots at me.
Oh, God.
I was a little surprised. Like,
yeah. So you were in there for a long time.
I we sat there a little bit longer than usual.
Yeah. Did you leave your guests at the table?
I left a healthy tip. Yes.
So funny.
You and I. You see, this is exactly what I mean.
I know.
We can
After
never
we're
keep
done,
it serious.
You can go into.
You
one
can
of our
go in here.
washrooms and use one.
We sat on the toilet, and I was like, I don't think I'm that comfortable
I
with
know.
it.
I wanted to shoot on the toilets.
But this is absolutely fascinating. You work with a lot of people. You've been in the industry for a long time. Now, what trends do you see will come for the next years to come, especially in the plumbing fixture? Like you had the brasses, the blacks, the whites, the trends.
Yes, I mean, chrome's always your classic. I mean, we don't see a lot of chrome right now, but it's a classic. It's not going to go away. Your blacks and your gold finishes are still hot. You'll see that in your lighting, because generally lighting and plumbing are your trendsetters for even your homes and you know, accessories and things like that. I've heard, and I'm just starting to see, brushed nickel is actually going to make a comeback, stainless brushed nickel, but I'd say today's day, 80% of fixtures are all black and gold. More gold, I'd have to say now, just because people are just catching up with what was set 2-3 years ago. But as you can see in lighting, nothing's changing, and that will be set for a couple more years, and then we'll see how it goes, see what comes out next.
Well, my wife is definitely, she's into it, like the blacks as well, and
Yeah.
like looking at some of the, is it brass black? Black? Like matte?
Oh, matte black?
Matte
Yeah,
black.
matte black.
Yeah. To put that into one of our bathrooms.
Yeah.
Do it. Get it here.
You might know somebody.
I
know.
should call her out.
I know.
Anyways, so this has been a delight. I love it that you'll have me here, show me around. I wanted to see a little bit more, so just why don't you walk me around here and show me a couple of fixtures. So maybe I'd buy one today.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Let's go see Taylor Swift's faucet.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's go. And then of course we have your toilet seat here. Little one.
So this is our working station area. Julian did this beautiful 9-foot trough for me, and so I wanted to feature all the luxury faucets that you kind of just don't see anywhere. So this is actually the contemporary gantry, and as you can see, I focus on, I'm a Swiftie, so Taylor Swift has a traditional one of this in her New York apartment, and everything from the way these operate, I make sure that's aiming to the sink, turn that on. Everything is heavy brass strap.
It is.
You can't go wrong with these. Like if these drop in, like they're gonna break something.
Okay, you can stop playing. This is like, we don't want to waste water.
Okay, yes, let's not waste water.
And what was the deal with this?
This is called the wheel, and basically in 2023 KBIS, this was one of the most talked about faucets at KBIS and in our IDS show in Vancouver in 2023. And because it's a nautical background, he wanted to bring a nautical wheel into his faucet.
This is really cool.
Comes in all the finishes. It's just a beautiful line.
Yeah.
Everything is heavy, brass crafted, cartridges are all brass. And then we go into our sensor and touch faucets. Everything still, to this day,
This is not working.
very popular. You have to turn it on.
Oh.
Now you can touch. You just have to know how your technology works.
I think
So
your
this is
touch is
touch.
better than my touch.
I've got the touch. So, and then this is your sensor. You got to keep these on. Everything is censored.
Not for you. Maybe
not
I touch
today.
better.
Yeah, maybe you touch it. And then underneath here, this is your Kohler that has sensors underneath the faucet. And then these guys are really well known for their sweep faucet. So see how the water is like a sweep?
Yeah.
So that's really cool. So that really is great for scrubbing pots and pans. And again, I don't have to touch the faucet, I just sensor it. You're gonna see in here, apron sinks are still a really hot item. This is the new Julian apron front.
Very nice.
So this is our home refinements, and the new black stainless. I'm the first one in Canada to get the first black stainless, matte black stainless kitchen sink.
That's cool.
It's beautiful.
God.
So black is still number one, and of course all your siligranites are number one. So you can see the color finishes are all black.
And then all with the lighting.
All the lighting.
God, that's so cool.
I know.